Alright, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video I have not done for a very long time. I am doing a Storj earnings video to give you guys an update on how the earnings have been. I have had 3 nodes running for just about 830 days. Maybe one of them has been running for a little bit less, but overall it's been over 2 years for the nodes. I would like to point out that each node is running on different machines in different subnets. So what this means is that currently I am getting the max amount of data because I am the only neighbor in my subnet. If you don't know what that means, please go ahead and read on the Storj forum or the Storj documentation to get an understanding of how data is distributed across the network. And just for clarification, during these 2 years or 830 days, the disks have been full from time to time, and disks have since been changed out simply because of data coming in, filling up the drive, and then I didn't have spare drives to put in to the nodes, which meant that for multiple months, some of these nodes have been not getting much ingress data because they have been filled up. So this is not a video to show you the max amount you can earn or the max best setup or anything like that. It's just to show you a realistic view on what I've been doing for the last 2 years and what I've been earning from this these nodes. And it is not a guide, it is just a quick little video showing what one can expect. Now, please keep in mind that the earnings are pure earnings. We have not calculated cost into this. So there's network cost, there's hardware cost, there's power cost. There's all these things that hasn't been accounted for. You need to keep that in mind because this is not pure profit. But let's dive straight into it and let's look at the first node. All right, so looking here at the first node, let's do a quick refresh. I'm going to go ahead and show every single node, how long they've been online, what kind of disk space they have, and what kind of utilization they have. And what I'm also going to be doing is showing you the earnings of these nodes. So taking a look here, we can see that we've used just under 1 terabyte of bandwidth this month. Today is the 20th of May, so I don't think there's much to say about that. I recently upgraded the hard drive of this node. That has been less than 2 months since I did this, so keep that in mind. This means that there's a lot of free space available and I can just start pumping it up, filling it up. This node has gone through the full, what is it called, held-back period. All of the nodes have. A total, this has earned $84.50, or 80, sorry, you can see the number. Keep in mind, the node hasn't been able to get ingress the whole time, so it has not been an optimal setup. Let's take a deeper dive into the payout information. So if we just say all time, here we go. So as you can see, I've made about $31 of download, so egress. So when people download, I've made only $3 from repair, and I've made $55 from my disk average month. So disk average month is definitely the one that is making the most, and that is basically the payout you get for having data on the disk. The egress is a nice bonus. It's great. The repair, not so much. It hasn't been a whole lot. That totals to 89 USD, almost $90, and then there has been 10.75 held back, and some of that has been returned simply because of how the payout structure works around Storj. There is a held back period, and then when that held back period is over, you get 100%, and then after a certain amount of time, you get half of the held back amount back to you. So what we can see here is that let's just look at the age of this. This is 27 months, so this is one of the younger ones. I believe the other ones are 28 months, but we'll have a look. So yeah, as we can see, we are getting 100% of the payment currently. This month, I'm predicted to earn, what was it? Sorry, 5 USD. And of course, because I have so much space left on this disk, it's just going to increase over time, hopefully. As long as the deletions are not bigger than the ingress, then I should be good. But yeah, this node is definitely making its money back. It is paying for itself and it is paying for electricity. So this far into the journey, right from here, it's just pure profit when, of course, electricity has been paid each month. So no worries there. Now let's jump to the next node. All right, so node 2 here on a different subnet, we can see that the Ingress graph is a little bit weird looking. The reason is because it has been full, and that is simply because of the trash issue that's been going on lately. There's a lot of trash allocated, but once this clears out, of course, the Ingress is going to start picking up again, and that means this graph is going to go up, of course. There is a used amount of 3 terabytes with an average this month of 3.3. So that's decent. You can see that I've made $98 in total from this one, and you can look at the payout information. I'm expected to make just around 6 USD this month. So still not that great, but keep in mind that at some point I will also upgrade this disk when I have a spare hard drive laying around. I just do not at the moment, but definitely this will come at a later point, which also talks into the fact that I can increase my earnings over time by allocating getting more Ingress. But right now there's 2 terabytes in the trash. Once those 2 terabytes get cleared out, the disk will have more space. So I don't see a reason to change it out right now. I think that would be stupid. I will wait until this trash with the bloom filters and everything going on in the community. I'll wait until all of this has settled. So let's have a look here at the total all-time earnings. So download is a nice, egress is a nice 40 USD. Repair is still quite low at almost $4. Disk average is 64, just about 65 USD. And the gross total comes out to $108 with $20 held back. But of course, half of that is returned, which will net me just about $100 in, I believe this is 28 months. Let's have a look. This is, oh, sorry, this is the youngest one. This is 22 months. So the one that we're coming on to after this one will be the one that has been on for the longest. Sorry about that. I was unaware of that. But yeah, the node is doing great. It's healthy and it's definitely making money. You can see the held amount history here if you like, but I don't think that's so interesting because held amount is just a temporary thing, and you get half your held back, and if you do a graceful exit, you get it all back. So not so important. Let's just cut and move to the third and last node. This is the one that's been online for 28 months or exactly 830 days today. All right, so looking at the node that has been on the longest, we can see that we have used a terabyte this month. Let's move down to the space. We can see that we have very little free space, but there is so much in trash right now. A lot of it is getting cleared out. It's how it is. That's how the community is. That's how the network is doing right now. It's fine because the trash is unpaid anyways, so I don't mind. We have 5.7 terabyte used, which corresponds quite nicely with the average disk space used this month. So the bloom filter update is doing its thing. It's working through all of the unpaid data. I'm happy about it. We're getting it cleared out, and which also means, as I said before, this graph will go up once that this has been cleared out. So this is a 12 terabyte disk. I have 10.5 terabyte allocated. It would be nice to get the used here up towards the 10 terabytes just to get the maximum earnings, but I'm sure it will be better as time goes on. Looking at the earnings here, we can see that I've made 196 USD. That is great. We have had a total of 12.5 held amount. So let's just go into the payout information. I'm estimated to earn almost $10 this month. And let's just say all time. All right. So egress has given me 71. Repair is 7. And disk average is 130, which grows us out or totals out to $210 or $209, and with 25 held back, we are getting 50 back. So I'm almost at $200 after 800 days. Now, plussing up with the almost $100 on the other nodes, I have been netting almost $400 for about 2 years in total. Um, and I have had a very suboptimal setup simply because I have not increased my disk size as my nodes had gotten filled up. So I think that's quite all right. As we can see here, this is 23 months old. Sorry. Again, the first one we looked at must have been the oldest one. It has been some time since I've been looking at these statistics. I've just kind of let it run passively and just making sure that they are up to running. So if I said anything in this video that was a lie, I'm sorry. This is 23 months old. So the oldest one is the 27-month one we looked at first. But nonetheless, we have hit the 100% payment, and we have gotten the held amount back, as you can see. So all is good. I don't think there's much more to this video. About $400, 3 nodes in 3 subnets. I would like to point out that I did not start in 3 subnets. I started all 3 nodes on the same network, and then I later migrated them to other networks around where I have access to subnets. This is just my setup. Yours can vary. It's all dependent on what kind of resources you have available and so on and so on. But of course, having nodes in different subnets can help maximize your earnings. Going forward, I have more time and dedication, and I also have more disks ready soon. So I will definitely be keeping an eye on making sure that the nodes are not always filled up. And if they are, I will be attempting to actually make sure that they have space so that I can keep growing the income by simply getting more data. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see this kind of content, I will hopefully be trying to keep creating these videos for you guys to keep you updated. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Peace.